Good morning and welcome to the locker room. Coach Giggs here, and today's message: walk, talk, act, look like the person you want to be. Walk, talk, act, look like the person you want to be. I realize it's a long title, but follow along with me, will you? Many years ago, I heard it said, and all of you have heard it, I'm sure. If you haven't, here you go. Fake it till you make it. In other words, act as if you are already the person that you want to be and having the success that you want to have. Let me give you an example. When I was 21 years old, I dreamed of having a Porsche 928. Back then, that was the car. And so I borrowed a suit because I didn't own one. I went to the dealership and I convinced the salesperson that I was thinking about buying a Porsche or a Ferrari. Not quite sure which one, but I needed to test drive them both to see which one I liked. Well, as you can imagine, I got that test drive and life was never the same since. At that time, however, I was broke. I was so broke that I couldn't afford to pay attention. Okay, you didn't like that. I was so broke, I couldn't afford to make change. All right, you didn't like that one either. Let me try one more. I was so broke, I couldn't afford to go window shopping. All right, you don't believe me? Let me tell you how broke I was. I was so broke, I was licking flavored stamps for dinner. I would go to the Ritz Carlton back then and sit at the bar. It was recommended for me to do this, and have a martini at the bar when the cost of that martini at the time was a week's worth of macaroni and cheese for me. But I was told to get into that environment, to smell it, touch it, see it, be a part of it. I learned early to act, talk, think, and look like the person I wanted to be. The other day, let me explain further. I was leaving my office, and one of my people was outside, and we started chatting. I told him to be coachable and to act, walk, talk, and think like the most successful person you know. He then began to tell me what he was doing, and that he was doing everything that his leader was telling him to do, and wearing the same clothes and thinking the same way and being the way his leader was. Well, needless to say, this individual continues to come up higher and higher because he's thinking, acting, walking, and talking like the person he wants to be. So go out today. Maybe buy a new suit, a good one that is going to make you feel proud and glowing with attitude. Maybe a high thread cotton type shirt, not a $5 shirt. Go get yourself a $100 shirt. See what it feels like. Go put on a really good suit from a great store. See what that feels like. Start talking like a winner. Start acting like one. And guess what? Soon you will become one. When I was growing up as a kid, I watched a show called Dynasty. The guy's name was Blake Carrington. He was the billionaire who had it all. He had an ex-wife who was a biatch. I can't say, so I gotta say biatch. A current wife, Crystal, who is the woman I'm still looking for, by the way. And a life that just inspired me. And so I watched this show every week, and I dreamed and saw myself being this Blake Carrington character one day. And so I want to encourage all of you to decide that you're going to become the person that you've always imagined in your mind, and that each day you will move closer and closer to becoming that person. Now, I'm not quite the billionaire that Blake Carrington was on the show, or have a diva for an ex-wife. But over the years, I have transformed my life from a low self-esteem, no confidence kid to a happy, healthy, successful, and with all humility, very excited person. This because I learned to act, walk, talk, and think like the person that I wanted to become. And it's a work in progress. And so I want to encourage you also to try this formula. And when you do it, I'll guarantee you'll end up living your very best life. Thanks for joining me today, gang, and we'll see you tomorrow in the locker room. Bye-bye.
If you've enjoyed and feel the Daily Locker Room has served as an inspiration in your life, Why not share it with a friend by sending them the daily message?